Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and I'm very happy to have all of you like every Wednesday here in my channel. Thank you so much first to decided to spend this day with me. Today we are going to need something amazing. Look at this garment, it is so simple and fast. Look at the stitch. You will do it in just one day, I'm sure. And the best of it is that you can wear it in different ways. I think that this garment is perfect for the transition of autumn, to summer to autumn, and then when it's winter, when it's more cold, you can use it with a turtleneck under or something else. You know that I love to make garments that are easy, simple, and that you can wear in so many different ways and that everybody can wear. As you could see, you can wear also like this. Don't you think it's a good idea, right? Well, I will give you first the material list and then the step by step. So let's start. Well, for this triangle shawl, we are going to use 300 grams of this between medium and bulky yarn. Look at this. This is the size, and I'm going to use in this color. Remember that we are going to use a pair of needles of number 7 and a crochet hook of number 4. Here I will share all the information where you can get all of these materials. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, with one thread and with our needles of number 7, we are going to start casting on the stitches. We are going to stop in the top right in the middle, and we are going to cast on first 3 stitches. I have taught you before how you can cast on the stitches. There are a lot of different ways, but this is the way I cast the stitches, and I think it's one of the easiest and simplest because you don't waste any material. When we finish to cast on, we are going to knit them. So 1, knit 2, and knit 3. Turn around and look at this. We are going to pass the first stitch, then we are going to go over the needle 1, then we are going to knit the next one, wool over the needle again, and knit the third one. And so now that we increase, now we are going to knit the stitches that we increase. Okay, we are going to pass the first stitch, then we are going to knit the rest. And like this the whole row. Then the next row we are going to go over the needle again. So we are going to first pass the stitch without knit. We are going to go over the needle, then we are going to knit 1, wool again, knit 1, wool over the needle, then knit, wool over the needle, and knit the last one. And then in the next row we are going to knit all of them, but the first stitch we are going to pass it without knitting. And we are going to knit the rest.
Nuestro punto derecho. Acuérdense, una vuelta se hace el aumento y otra vuelta no.
So now in this row it will change a little bit. We have 9 stitches here. So as we start all the rows, we are going to pass the first stitch and we are going to increase 1 right away. Then we are going to knit 1, knit 2, and we are going to look for the center of our garment because we are going to increase before and after the center of the garment and at the beginning and at the end. So here I'm evaluating where is the center of my garment. I think we are going to knit 1 more and then we are going to increase 1, then we are going to knit and again we are going to increase, and then right before we finish the row we are going to increase again. Wool over the needle, and knit the last one. So here we are going to put a marker to indicate that this is the center of our garment. So as you could see, we are going to increase one in the middle and one after the middle, and then one at the beginning and one at the end. So I will do it again so you can see how it is. Remember that after we increase, we are going to knit all of them, and we are just going to pass the first one without knitting.
Fíjense que también se los acabo de poner con una mantita que hicimos, que es una toquilla para bebé en color amarillo. Les acabo de poner.
So here we are finishing to knit. Now turn around, and then in the next row we are going to repeat what we made before. We are going to pass the first one, and right away we are going to increase, then we are going to knit, and right before the middle we are going to increase again. So look, then we are going to knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, knit 4, and here you can check that this is the middle, but be careful, I have lost one stitch, gosh, but well, knit 4. As you could see here, I have these two spaces, so this means that this is the middle. So I'm going to wool over the needle 1, then knit, then wool over the needle 2, and then we are going to continue knitting, and right before we finish the row we are going to increase again. So what we made in one side we are going to repeat it in the other side. So knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, knit 4, knit 5, increase 1, and then knit the last one. So we are going to continue like this for several rows. At the beginning it will look a little bit weird. You won't find the shape of the shawl, and you may think that you made a mistake, but no, don't worry. When we make more rows you will see. So now that we increased the last row, now we have to knit all of them. Remember that we are just going to pass the first stitch without knitting, and the rest will be knitted. And now here you can see with more clarity that this is the center. So you will identify where we have to increase. And as you can see here, we are creating the triangle shape. But you will really appreciate this shape once we finish, and when we take all the stitches while we've been done, you will realize that it is a triangle. For now, you can barely see the shape. Well, I will continue, and then I will show you one that I have already made. But well, for now let's continue increasing and knitting, okay? But well, I will continue making more rows like this one. Remember that we are going to increase one at the beginning and at the end, and one in the middle. We are going to knit one, and then we are going to increase one after we knit the middle. Okay, so remember we are going to increase one after the middle, and one before the middle, and one at the beginning, and one at the end. But look, I want you to see I already get ahead, and we started here, remember, and then we increase in the other side and one in the other side, and we continue increasing, and this is the middle. As you can see here, we have a little pleat where we knit, and I have to take all the stitches off the needles so you can see the shape. If not, it will look something like this. You know, you barely can see the shape because we have our needle with the stitches casting out. But believe it or not, this part is this one, but it looks like this straight once you take all the stitches off. So we are going to continue like this for several rows until you get the shape and the size that you want. But now I will count how many rows I make more or less, so you can have an idea. Remember that we are going to increase like this, and we are going to knit the center. So right now I'm going to cast on all the stitches in my needles, and then I will show you how we are going to finish. To me right now it's a little bit difficult because my needles are of 30 centimeters, so it's difficult because I have to put on the stitches again. But if you have circular needles, well, you can use them and it will be easier. Right now I'm going to look for one, and hopefully I have one circular needles. So once you're sure and you are happy with the size of your triangle shawl, well, now we are going to bend off all the stitches. I found a circular needles, so it will be better. So now we are going to bend off all the stitches. If you don't know how to, well, remember that we have to knit two together and bring one back. Then knit two together and bring one back. We are going to bend off very loose, so we are not going to respect the shape. Well, I already count the spaces here in between, and I count 55. So if you count it and if you have 55, you will have something like this. For now, I will try to measure one side so you can have an idea. I will use this. I'm sorry if you can see it. I don't have a lot of light as I want to. I don't know why. It's a little bit late actually. But well, we are going to measure it from here to one side of the triangle, and more or less are 70 centimeters in this side, so it must be 70 centimeters in the other side. From here to here, 70. And remember, 55 spaces. So when we finish to bend off with the same thread, but now using our hook, we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. We are going to grab our yarn twice, and we are going to skip 3 spaces, and we are going to bring 1, bring 2, bring 3, and bring 4. Grab your yarn twice again, and we are going to insert our hook here in the same space, but we are going to try to take both parts. So again, grab your yarn twice, and in the same space we are going to take 1, take 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Grab your yarn twice, and in the same space insert your hook, bring 1, bring 2, bring 3, and bring 4. So, well, at the end you will have something like this, and this will be one shell. Then you will, without making chain, you are going to go right away and skip 4 and insert your hook in the 4th, and we are going to make a double crochet, and you will see if you are going to leave 3 in between or 2 in between. I decided to start skipping 3, but now I will skip 4, okay? And we are going to repeat all in the same space. We are going to make this shell. Remember not to pull too much. We are going to make these shells a little bit loose, and when you arrive to the middle of your triangle shawl, I will stop there to teach you how we are going to continue, okay? Because there it would change a little bit, but for now let's continue like this. You will see if you skip 3 or 4, okay? Well, look here at the end, I skip 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the 5th time insert the hook because it was a little bit tight. So look, here we are in the middle, and so here we are going to make 3 sequins instead of 2 like we made here, so it will perfectly goes around. And here also I skip 2 spaces, and I will skip 2 again here, and right here in the 3rd stitch is where I'm going to continue making the next shell. And then after this we are going to continue like we were making before, okay? I will continue recording so you can see how it is, and it will be more easy for you to follow. So I want that everything is clear, and I want to make sure that you will make this garment and it will look beautiful. So look, we will have something like this, okay? So let's continue with the rest. So look, at the end of the row you will finish with a double crochet, and as you can see here, I think that we are not going to make anything. This stitch, it looks beautiful like this. So well, at the end of this row we are going to turn around and we are going to make a single crochet in each stitch. So here you have 1, 2, 3, then 2, so here we have 5, and then here we are going to go up with 2 chains, and we are going to come back to the first stitch and bring them through to create a picot, then 2 single crochets, and this is how we are going to finish the first series. Then the 5 single crochet and the picot, and then we will close with 2 single crochets, and like this is how we are going to finish the garment. So like this is how we are going to continue the whole row, okay? I will leave it like this so you can see how it is, so you can have an idea how it will look like, okay? Remember that here we are going to make 2 chains, and then we are going to slip 1 and single crochet to make the picot stitch. So remember, we are going to make another series. Remember that here before the 2 double crochets, here is where we are going to make 2 chains, then we are going to come back, slip 1 and bring them through, and this is how we are going to make the picot stitch. So let's finish and see you at the end of the row. Well, at the end you can put a little pom-pom. It's up to you, this is optional. If you want, you can make it. If not, well, you can leave it like this, making the last row that I teach you, and it will look good too. But if you want to make it, well, you will do something like this, okay? We will give 25 laps like this, so you will have something like this. It's important that you count them so you can have all of them at the same side and with the same volume. Also, if you want, you can use a cardboard or your cell phone or something to make these pom-poms, and it will be easier. But right now I don't have it with me, so I'm just going to make it quick. I know that a lot of you know how to make pom-pom, but in case you don't know it, well, here I will teach you. If not, well, you can skip this part. So where we are going to take 2 threads, we are going to make a knot, and we are going to make sure that this won't undo. So we are going to make this knot a little bit tight, and then, well, we are going to make a knot here so we can have our pom-pom. It could have a little bit more of shape. We are going to make a knot, not too tight, because I will show you that at the end we will have all of these threads by passing by our hook. So if you make this knot too tight, well, we can pass the knot, the hook in this knot. So you will have something like this. I will make one more like this one to have 3. I suggest that before you finish and you make the last row, you make your pom-pom so you can see how many yarn you have left. So at the end you will put 1 pom-pom in each tip of this triangle shawl, and it will look like this. So like this is how we are going to finish. We are not going to iron this garment, because if not, the stitch will look split, okay? So we will leave it like this. So now let's see how it looks. Well, so what do you think? I hope that you have liked this idea. I think it's amazing. As I told you at the beginning, I love to make this kind of garments because you can wear it in so many different ways, and I love that you can use it in this transition between summer and winter, because you can use it either with a simple top under or with a turtleneck under or with a sweater, and it will perfectly protect from the cold. And sometimes you need to protect your back, or sometimes you need to protect your chest. So either will be the occasion you can wear it. Also, I was thinking that you can use this to cover your babies, or while you are uh, breastfeeding, you can wear it and you can cover, and it will look amazing. Of course, using a specialized baby yarn. But well, if you want to send me your ideas, send me an email to tejiamigas@gmail.com. I love to receiving and seeing your ideas. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and see you this Saturday if I can. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.